All right, today we're diving into an absolutely incredible story, The Wild Robot. It's a book that kicks off with one of the coolest questions you can possibly imagine. Seriously, think about that for a second. What would happen? Just picture it. This high-tech machine, ROSM Unit 7134, gets shipwrecked and ends up stranded on this remote, wild island with absolutely no programming for any of it. And you can feel the tension right away. To all the animals, she's just this monster, this weird metal intruder. So if she's gonna survive, she can't just follow her code. No way. She has to watch, she has to learn, and she has to become something completely new. So here's how it all starts. A giant cargo ship sinks in a storm, and out of all the wreckage, only one crate washes up on the shore in one piece. And inside, that's our main character, Roz. Her journey from being just a piece of cargo to being a real member of a community, well, that's what this whole story is about. Now, what's so fascinating about Roz is that she starts out as a total blank slate. She has no personality, just instructions, protocols, which means we get to see this wild, amazing world through her brand new eyes, learning everything right along with her. It's just a fantastic way to tell a story. So how in the world does a machine become wild? Well, her transformation doesn't happen overnight. It really unfolds across four huge, pivotal moments. So let's break down exactly how this incredible change happens. Okay, these are the four big steps on her journey. It all starts with her awakening, a machine suddenly turning on in a natural world that it just doesn't compute. Then comes the accident, and this is the real game changer, leading to a totally unexpected act of creation. That new purpose is put to the test during the Great Winter, where we see a true leader emerge. And then it all comes to a head with the arrival of the Reikos, forcing her and her friends to defend their home. And this moment, this accident, is where everything changes. After she accidentally causes a rock slide, a real tragedy, Roz finds one single surviving goose egg. By making the choice to care for this tiny, fragile creature, who she names Brightbill, Roz stops being a machine that just processes data. She starts becoming a mother. And that choice leads us right into step 3, the Great Winter. A deadly cold snap hits the island and the animals are freezing. But Roz, using her abilities, builds shelters and even provides fire, creating this great truce where predators and prey all huddle together to survive. So what's the key takeaway here? This act of building a community completely transforms her. The monster is now the island's protector. And finally, we hit the climax in step 4. 3 combat robots, the Reikos, show up. Their mission? To retrieve what they see as stolen property. And this slide is so important because it shows that technology isn't just one thing. It's all about how it's used. Roz's wild tech is for adapting, building community, and creating warmth. The Reikos' cold tech? That's just for efficiency and destruction. And you know what? The animals all unite to fight for Roz, proving she's not a machine for them anymore. She's family. So beyond the awesome plot, this book really makes you think about some pretty big ideas. It's not just about what's happening on the island, but why it all matters. It really leaves us with 3 huge questions. First, what actually makes a family? Is it blood, or is it the choices and sacrifices you make for others? It also makes you wonder about survival of the fittest. Are we really stronger alone, or does cooperation make us all stronger together? And probably the biggest one of all, are we defined by what we're made of or by who we choose to become? To get us thinking about all this, the book uses some really powerful symbols. Her camouflage is a perfect example. At first, she covers herself in mud and leaves just to hide, but it's so much more than a survival tactic. It's a symbol of her deep, deep desire to fit in, to mask her robotness and just belong. And then you've got the winter. The cold, brutal season isn't just a challenge to overcome. It's the ultimate test of her character. It's in the face of all that deadly cold that she gets to prove she has a warm heart by using her fire to save the very community that once ran away from her. And the characters are what really bring these ideas to life. You have Roz, our curious, resilient hero. There's her son, Brightbill, the brave little goose who acts as the bridge between the robot world and the animal world. And of course, the Reikos. They are the cold, unfeeling bad guys who represent the programmed past that Roz is fighting so hard to escape. So when you put it all together, what you see is this incredible, powerful arc of transformation.
Roz genuinely becomes wilder with every single day she spends on that island.
I love thinking about it like this, on a wildness scale. At the very beginning of the book, she's just a unit, an object following its programming. But by the end, those words don't even begin to describe her. She's a mother. She's a friend. She's a leader. And this quote from Roz herself, it just sums up everything perfectly. It captures her entire journey, her whole character arc, in one simple, powerful sentence. It really is the heart of the entire story. So, I'll leave you with this thought. Roz was built for one purpose, but she learned to be something else entirely. In a way, she hacked her own nature. And that really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does her story tell us about our own lives and about who we can choose to be, no matter how we start out?